Tutaj w tą stronę. Good morning, everyone. It's EBS. We start our EBS Smart Academy. My name is Igor Żurzewski. I'm expert manager responsible for African continent, for EMEA markets, and some European Union markets, including as well Eastern Europe. I'm very proud that I work here in EBS more than 16 years, and together with my friend Jose, we got quite a big experience, which we would like to share with you, referring the actual webinar as it is. Right now, I would like to give the floor to Jose. Hi, Jose. Please tell us some words about yourself.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, according to all geographies. My name is Jose, and I'm the export manager for Brazil and Iberia, meaning with this Portugal and Spain. I believe today you will be happy to see what we have to share with you. I hope you have fun. Basically, that's it. Thank you for attending this webinar. Maciej, please.
All right, so now it's time for me. Hello, everyone. As I said, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Maciej Bejm, and I'm part of the technical support team. So there's a chance that some of you may have talked with me over the phone or via emails regarding some technical cases with EBS devices. And together with Igor and Jose, I will have the pleasure to present to you how easy it is in real life to work with ActiveTrack device. Okay, so guys, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, we are a Polish manufacturer, purely Polish manufacturer. We are more than 30 years in our security business. We got presence in in all 5 continents, and as you know, we got 5 million devices already sold all around the world. We are proud that a lot of people know us, know what it means EBS, know what it means ActiveTrack, what it means ActiveView, etc. And we are pioneer in the first cloud-based online guard tour system, EBS Lone Worker Monitoring. You know, ActiveTrack is like Coca-Cola. Everybody knows right now what it is, ActiveTrack. We as a company have got a lot of awards. We participate in all the leading international exhibitions. And we are proud that we got quite significant research and development department, which is a key turner in the technology, which helps all our clients to feel that we are in the avant-garde of the most advanced technology all around the world. Our partners, very well-known security companies, are as well very well known for companies dealing with security industry as distributors, installers. Later on, I will show you for some of the best references just to reckon in. So what's the topic of the present webinar? The topic is the lone worker monitoring. The topic is ActiveTrack. As I told you, we are a pioneer in the real-time terror system. Technology of ActiveTrack was invented by us I could say since 2005, so it's quite a long time, honestly. Right now, what I can remind you that it is first real-time employee monitoring system in the world. It is a complete solution. It is an ecosystem. It is a cloud-based platform. It is advanced and user-friendly reporting system, assisted solution, which got automatic report. It is the system which got full range of the end user, assistance, and it's very easy to be integrated with for different systems worldwide. ActiveTrack as a solution could be bought as a hardware or rented. So both solutions are available, and we can share this information as well with you later on. What I can tell you more is that the software is a very important part of the ecosystem, and we have made our own EBS ActiveView cloud-based solution, which is very friendly use in usage, which confirmed it is to be one of the best, say, softwares, one of the best platforms with very advanced features. So it is online monitoring of connection status. It shows battery level and GSM signal strength. Using our platform, we got current and historical preview of the map of devices position. We get very advanced reporting system in different formats, which could be sent as well by SMS or emailed to the user of the system. Well, right now I'm proud to tell you that there are very many ActiveX devices shown on the map, and you could see simultaneously the whole team working. Yeah, so it's great. We got a database of employees on duty. It got as well some advanced features like work time control. It got new route notification, which is just a new feature in our software application, and geotagging, which is well quite a new feature and is very useful for our partners worldwide. Right now, I would like to tell you that for ecosystem, EBS ecosystem will be presented by Jose. So Jose, please take the floor and go ahead with information which you have prepared for our.
Thank you, Igor. Thank you, Igor, for your words. I just cannot see now yet. Okay. So as Igor was saying, we present an ecosystem because, in fact, everybody knows that hardware by itself it's worth nothing. So we are not providing only the hardware but the software as well, which is the value of the whole system. But concerning the hardware, ActiveTrack, basically, for the ones who don't know, but it's a guard tool system, a GPS, and a personal protection device, a 4-in-1 device. So it's cheaper to equip a guard with this device than to equip it with a radio, a cell phone, a panic button, or a GPS, right? So lower investment with faster return. Then, of course, because the platform ActiveView requires only one browser, so the supervision is very easy. At the same time, the events also can be received by SMS or email. Then it's a heavy-duty device. Large battery, 72 hours in use. There is no comparative comparison with any other device in the world. It's water resistant with IP67 certification and shock resistant. Efficient protection of the worker. This is, for me, is the key point, right? Because we are talking about real-time transmission, and the functions of man down, panic, and silent call are three of the tools that guarantee the protection of the worker in real time. This is particularly important for security companies because if they don't have these tools, their operation might be in risk, right? Especially in European Union, that's how it goes. And then, of course, we have multiple applications for ActiveTrack. So it's not just for guard touring, but for many other applications. And this is the subject of this presentation today, okay? When it comes to software, okay, the value of the solution, let us say we divide it in two parts, right? One is the middleware or virtual gateway, which we call OSM server, okay, and this is nothing else but then a receiver, virtual receiver of the events, and a translator for different monitoring softwares at the monitoring central station. So it's how do you say, very transparent way of communicating these events for any kind of monitoring software. On the right side, you can see some examples like Manitou, SoftGuard, Mastermind, the most important, right? And then we have the interface web. But before, the good news about this OSM is that it has no costs for the customer, right? It's part of the solution. That's why we call it ecosystem. And then we have a web interface and a local access, which we call ActiveView, ActiveView cloud-based interface web, and local access ActiveView Enterprise, which is a standalone solution for customers that require to have it on their site. Both, of course, under licensing. Can we go? Thank you. Okay, so multiple uses that we were talking about it. So we can use ActiveTrack in the security sector, obviously, to monitor security guards on duty and patrols, monitor value transportation. This is a very important part of his value. In logistic companies, by registering vehicles, in warehouses, in cleaning companies, for example, for monitoring the cleaning time and total staff working time, in trash collection by using the RFID tags in containers, and how can I say, unfortunately trendy issue, which is COVID-19, because actually with ActiveTrack we can prevent and we can use it in cleaning of public and private places like airports, hospitals, condominiums, shopping malls, by monitoring the cleaning in real time. I mean, really monitoring in real time the cleaning of the public spaces. Okay. Then we have obviously the monitoring and care of the elder people and disabled, the protection of organized groups like tourists or even sport groups, manage routes while traveling, and also with a combination of different technology in the prison system. Like, for example, home detentions, or even the prevention of domestic violence. Maciej, please. Heavy duty device, we mentioned it before. It's so much like that today ActiveTrack is registered in NATO catalog for military forces. It's already in use in Portuguese Army, and so it was requested the registering of this device in NATO catalog, which means that any country that belongs to NATO, USA ahead, of course, they can order the ActiveTrack without the need of opening a tender. And maybe this video here on the right side will show you why it's considered a heavy-duty device, because no other device can be treated or support this kind of treatment, as you can see, and still keep working. Right. I think it's an evidence, pure evidence of the way the device is built, right? Supports any kind of treatment. Okay, please, Maciej, please.
Yeah, I believe that because of the quality of the net, the video is showing very well. So later on, we can share the presentation and the video.
The presentation, correct. Thank you for your words. Can you pass the next one, please?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, some references around the world in security area. I would like just to highlight maybe the ones that everybody knows. They are present all over the world, like G4S, Brinks, Prosegur, and Securitas, right? All the others are very important references in South America, Brazil, Africa, well, but these, at least these ones that I mentioned, are very well known. This in security area, but in the next slide we will see that many companies, also many corporations that are very well known, also use ActiveTrack, okay, in their operations. Some of them don't need the presentation, of course, like Mercedes or Bayer or Fiat or 3M or Coca-Cola or DHL. So these are some of the references around the world, okay, that use ActiveTrack on their operations, okay, in their facilities. So, being said this, I would like to pass Maciej, to call Maciej to the stage, just to show in reality how ActiveTrack works, okay, in a very simple and short way, before we go to the case studies. Maciej, please.
Yeah, I'm here. So Just a quick minute for me to turn on the camera and to show the active track in real life again. All right, so basically the active track device here in my hand looks like that, and as mentioned earlier in the slides, it is a really easy device to work with. As you can see, the device has 4 buttons, the main one being panic button and RFID reading tag. Then we have the call me button and the GPS position button that serves us to send SMSs. The device also has a built-in speaker for the voice calls and a microphone which detects our voice, so we can easily talk via active track with our supervisors while we are on duty. Let me quickly now show you the before mentioned platform active view. And there it is. Just please, Jose, confirm me if you can see the platform active view.
To be true, no. I think your camera is frozen. Maybe it's the connection. Yeah.
Check what's happening.
I don't know if it's only my problem, but.
Right, so let us refresh it.
Okay, now yes, now I can see the platform active view.
All right, and my camera, you still can see it?
It's frozen.
The camera is frozen, so let me just quickly turn it off and on again.
Okay, the platform is okay.
The platform is okay. So now let me quickly enable camera once again.
Now we can see you.
All right, great. So now, a quick example of how to use the active track. As I said, even though it has a lot of functionalities, the device is really simple to work with. For example, if I want to read an RFID tag, I just simply press the lecture button, the device emits a sound, and then after being close to the RFID tag button, it confirms a point lecture and it is being stored in the internal memory of the device. And as you can see in the active view platform, all of the data appears. First of all appears the checkpoint button, which means that a person operating this device pressed the button, and then comes the read event with the data of the point, which can serve us to identify some place. For example, we can put various RFID tags on our walls of our buildings, and we can name them like main door, main window, second floor door, something like that, which then in the platform is really easy to distinguish. Then comes the panic button. Here, after I press it, the device confirms the command via blinking of the diode. And here in the platform in real time, I can see that there was a panic alarm. Of course, the person operating the platform also has a sound notification and visible red blinking the alarm tab. So now they can check all of the details of an alarm, what was generated. So I can hit now check that the alarm was panic generated by this device, and I can mark this alarm as processed because I was in contact with the guard, and I know that in fact nothing was happening. All right, so now let me just turn off the camera and show the rest of the functionalities of active view that offers together with active track. First of all, As shown before, the list of events lets us get knowledge about what is happening with the device. Is it online? Is it sending its signals? It allows us to check at what time there is a lecture of a point or a panic button that was pressed. Then we have the possibility of managing the device here in the Management tab. We also have possibility of controlling our companies, all of our sites and routes. But here with the device, I can, on the first glance, I can check the signal strength of the device. I can check if it's the battery level, and I can even, by the platform, I can control it and send simple programming commands. For example, as I said, with the call me button, I can configure the device in order to call someone. So with the quick command, Jancy, Jose, if you would be so kind and tell us your phone number.
Okay, 668.
Yes.
8863.
Yes.
267.
267. And just like that, via the ActiveView platform, I can program my ActiveTrack device. Now, via the before mentioned by Jose OSM server, the command is being sent, and now I can see that the device already received this command. So right now, after pressing the call me button and holding it for 3 seconds, the device emits a confirmation sound. And
can you see me? Can you see me?
So now I'm calling Jose's mobile phone.
Can you see me? I'm not sure.
Let us check. We can see you.
I see here that people can see me, so I'm getting the phone call. Okay. I will reject it. Okay, I will reject it and I will call you back, Maciej. Okay.
All right. And what is worth mentioning that I am not able to decline this phone call, which is important to check if the card is working. Here I'm muting it a bit, but of course the voice is easily configurable. And now again,
okay.
I have
and now we are talking on the phone. Okay.
The device, if it comes to the voice call programming, of course, the sensibility of microphone can be programmed, the voice loudness of the speaker can be programmed, and it has the possibility of enabling the so-called silent calls, so that an operating officer with the platform can call a guard using the ActiveTrack device with a silent call, so that the other person doesn't know, which it might help. While, for example, in case of robbery, the guard managed to press the panic button, and now the operating officer can call without the robber knowing that he's being listened to, and can quickly manage to gather some information and send a help. Of course, ActiveTrack device has the possibility of detecting lack of movement by the man down functionality. We can naturally configure it, for example, for 1 minute. So after 1 minute without movement, we obtain a information in ActiveView platform, an alarm. We have real life examples of this being used. For example, when a guard using an ActiveTrack device had a heart attack, so naturally without consciousness, fall into the ground, and thanks to the man down functionality in the ActiveView platform, after 1 minute, the operating officers were informed about this case and managed to quickly send help to this person. So if it comes to the ActiveView platform and integration with ActiveTrack device, what it offers is the possibility of managing routes. For example, we can create some basic routes, as I said, to manage patrols. We just establish some points on our building, and then we can configure the platform for us to guard the route every hour to read 3 to 6 points, maybe, for example, just to check if the guard is working. and then we can check the reports in the graphic version. We can see it here. We can configure the platform in order to send the graphic reports for us to check the work of our guards with simple graphs to check if the patrols were completed, how many times the panic button was pressed, how many times there was a need of a call or a shock event or man down event, and every detail of every route can be easily visible. And naturally, all of the reports are easily customizable. Here, in case of EBS logo, you can of course put the logo of your company so that your clients know that they are protected by you and by your guards. And the last functionality worth mentioning with Active Track is the possibility of checking the device's location, the GPS location. So here, let me quickly just go to the devices tab, and now I can, while right-clicking on the specified device, I can show it on the map. So now, after the map loads, I can see my position. Naturally, here we are located here in Warsaw, the EBS office, and if I click on the position, if I click the option, I can naturally open the position in Google Maps on a separate tab. So my position will be easily visible in the Google Maps. And now, of course, I have also the possibility of putting in the timestamps, so I can quickly control where was the device at any given time. So I can check a specific data frames in order to check the movement of the device and what was happening. All right, so if it comes to working with the device, I think that's the most important feature were now covered. So now, guys, returning to the presentation and the EBS case studies, they use all around the world of the Active Track devices. The floor is yours again.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So as the case studies are concerned, honestly, with Jose, we have got a lot of different case studies. And right now, we just focus on the most picturesque, on the most interesting, according to our experience, our minds, case studies, which will maybe as well open your horizon, maybe will attract your attention to some issues which previously maybe you didn't see or you were not even expected our fantastic solution to be used for. One of the case studies which I would like to share with you, the first one is from Belarus. From Belarus, from our long time franchise clients, franchise partner called Cortos. So Cortos is the first company in Europe, and for us, the first in the world, who started cooperation with us on franchise basis. So they buy different elements of Active Track, and then they just compile it into one set. They test it, and as branded as Active Track Cortos, they are selling it in all CIS markets like Russian Federation, Belarus, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, other regions. And I'm proud to tell that, for example, this solution is used very successfully by some building site companies like Poles Жилстрой. So as you see on the photo, 400 sets of Active Track are employed on the building sites, which gives opportunity for the company to track the personnel, to see what is going on, to get very quick response and reaction of the guards. Another case study which I got is the case study from Poland. We call this case study Live Buttons. So it was done by Family Assistance Center in Szczecin. The challenge was quite simple. We wanted to monitor elderly person. We wanted to help them to feel safety. We wanted to ensure good care and conditions for active life of elderly people there. And we were using ecosystem ActiveTrack and ActiveView. So more than 50 elderly person took part in the project. Everyone was provided with ActiveTrack. And all users confirmed just simply the simplicity of the usage. Signals from the device, such as current location on the map, exit from the safe zones, staying outside the home for a specified time, health state of users were monitored with very big success by Mobicare, company, our software partner, and all our clients informed in one voice that that is a very helpful solution. Mr. Piotr Krzysiek, Major of Szczecin, told us that this is another important element of care for the elderly, which we introduced to meet their expectations. So the biggest advantage of the system is the ability to quickly contact the elderly person and provide support to them in an emergency. So here on the next slide, we see some of the photos for just confirming that elderly people were using with great success our solution. It's the web-based platform which shows the mobile care, the location of the people. And I'm proud to tell you, my dear friends, that during the epidemics of COVID-19, ActiveTrack can be used with big success through different applications, through different cases, and it will be very easy to track the quarantine person, to contact with it. The quarantine person can ask for assistance. It can easily use the panic button, call me, etc. So I encourage you to think about our solution for this kind of very important issues of COVID-19 quarantine. One of the most picturesque case studies, which I like very much, is the case study which came to us from Malaysia. Here, as you see, what is very interesting is that we have been using ActiveTrack solution for a very vast territory. So it's Highland Resorts. It's 14.8 acres territory, and it's being used by auxiliary police and K9 units of Genting region for the past 3 years. Interesting to say that this vast territory of the resorts is positioned on the very high level. It is 1,800 meters. So it shows as well that our solution is quite weatherproofed, and there are no limits of using our solution. So right now I'm sharing the possibility of telling about the case studies by my friend Jose. Jose, please join us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You hear me well, I hope. Okay. Okay, so thank you, Igor, for passing me the ball. With pleasure, I will play it, because now it comes to Brazil, which is in fact a country that has generated many interesting ideas that I will have the pleasure to share with you. Okay, ideas and solutions already implemented. The first one I would like to share is the use of ActiveTrack in Metro Recife. Recife is the capital of the state of Pernambuco in Brazil, northeast of Brazil. And the metropolitan, it uses the underground, it uses ActiveTrack. It's totally integrated in their monitoring system in this city. And what they found really the great value in ActiveTrack was exactly the precision of and safety of the GPS, like the operations manager states it. So they track the trains. The ActiveTrack is used inside the trains, and they track them every 20 meters. You can see by the pictures, okay, that the tracking is made by every 20 meters. So they know anytime where the train is, okay, the zero position anytime. Let's go to the next one, please. Now, also a very interesting case study in Brazil is that we have over 500 installed in condominiums in Brazil. Condominium is very popular in Brazil for a matter of safety, and always has a main guard, right? A main guard that should be awake when in the night shifts, right? But this sometimes doesn't happen. So the condominiums use it with the function tilt and beep to wake him up. We have a small video here that shows how it is applied. Okay, we will translate it to English because this is.
I believe
you can't show. Oh, it's
after the webinar. All right.
Okay. So I'm very sorry, but because the video is extremely interesting. But anyway, the function is to wake up the guard, right, or send him beeps and alerts. So he has to read the tag from time to time. Okay, and this way avoid that he sleeps in during his duty. Okay, so we can go further. This is also a very interesting case in Brazil. It's used in shopping malls. We have over 120 devices in shopping malls in Brazil. And this solution answers to a specific need. And I will explain. Shopping malls in Brazil are one of the safest places for people to go. The streets are not that safe in many places, right? So, but they need to be sure that the employees of the shops are really authorized to work there. It's many shops, too many employees. So they needed a tool to validate the entry of the employee. So when the employee comes in the morning for working in his shop, right? The guard reads the tag, his ID tag, RFID, okay? And EBS Brazil developed a small application, software, okay, that at the same time combines this reading with the picture of the employee and a validity date. I mean, a date of allowance, right, to get in the shopping mall. Because let's just imagine that his contract will finish next month. So from that month forward, he shouldn't get in the shopping mall, right? So this is an interesting application using RFID reading, okay, combined with this small application. He can immediately identify that employee is authorized to get in, and and it's valid, his entrance, okay? So next one, please. Another interesting case, which is the combination of the reading of the tags, okay, with video. And also, how does it work? So the client needed a way to link the cameras with the tag zone implanted in place. So simplifying, if a tag is red or unread, okay, the camera opens and shows the video streaming on in real time, okay, of the place. So it's like it's actually an added value, okay, for the operation, for the monitoring operation. We can go, please. Great. Another interesting case from Brazil. And the case is simple. This is a car dealer, okay, but the place where the cars are, the yard is it's very wide, right? It's a huge extension. So what happens sometimes there is that even small kids, right? They will go and steal tires or spare parts. And when the guard sees them, they are too far, right? So for the guard to reach them, it will take at least 5 minutes even running, okay? And it requires immediate action. So when he can see that they are too far and he will take too much time to get there, EBS Brazil created, and this is interesting, very interesting, because combines active track with one transmitter EBS. So by pressing the GPS button, okay, and using this siren and a strobe and the transmitter, it activates this siren with a similar sound to a police car. So the idea is that he presses the button, the siren activates with the sound of the police car, and I mean the intruders, of course, should go away, right? So it's a simple way of scaring them, okay, to prevent this kind of situations. It's very interesting and a very simple solution. Another one very interesting as well. I had a video to show you, but we will pass it. We will pass it. You cannot show it now. It's the use of micro tags, 8mm micro tags, okay, in the guns in Brazil. And this is for what? For passive inventory, let us say. But to give you an idea, already 100 devices and to 10,000 guns are being monitored by this system. Okay, it was developed by EBS Brazil. Simple, inserts a micro tag in the gun, sealed with a special glue, epox. Okay, so it cannot be removed. If somebody tries to remove it, breaks. And if it breaks, then generates an alarm because it's not red. And it's obviously a way to control the safe, the weapons safe. Okay, what gets in, what gets out, when, by whom, at what time, etc., etc., etc. So it's a really simple and effective way of passive control of the guns. But okay, the video was starting, but it's very slow. Complementing this, it's also possible, and the EBS Brazil developed a way to localize the gun, okay, using geofencing, so creating an area tag, okay, in the active view, and place it together with the micro tag, right? So we have the micro tag in the gun, the area tag, okay, and this way we can control where the gun is. So when reading the gun tag, automatically checks if it is in the place, because it should be in that place. So it complements the previous solution. So, and it's a different kind of service provided to the customer. Another one, please. Thank you. Also, Brazilian case, expiry dates control system. Okay, it was using active track and active view alerts. Okay, what EBS Brazil has done was to develop a small software, a small solution that inserts an expiration date in the tag. And with this, they can control the expiration of the weapon registration. So this is also in complement to the previous solutions. The ballistic vest of the guard, right? And other items can be used for fire extinguishers or maintenance of air conditioners, elevators, whatever. So the application is limited, okay? So the idea is to associate an expiry date to a tag, and with this, receive the alerts, right, to renovate a registration or a certification or whatever. Simple and efficient solution, also combined with ActiveTrack. So just to give you an idea, over 200 devices and over 10,000 items already controlled with this. Next one, please. Thank you. This was also a tool developed by EBS Brazil, which is called AV Lite, and it's nothing more than a simplified tool for reporting. So there was a need. Our reports, our graphic reports advanced are very complete and normally are for the customer. But many times for the supervisor, what is important is to understand just specific number of events, what happens by specific number of events. In this case, it's just a simple tool that shows a pizza graphic or a cheese graphic, whatever, how do you prefer to call it, okay, collecting the type of events. For example, how many times panic was pressed, how many times we have impact, how many times we have man down. These kind of things are generated in a very simple way by device, by worker, by group, working center, point, routes, whatever. We select what we wanted to get it on time. So it's an easy way to visualize and analyze the events and correct what might be wrong, because it gives the macro picture in a very easy way, right? Okay, and now, as I said, unfortunately, this is the hot subject now. But ActiveTrack and ActiveView also are a great anti-crisis shield during these times. Why? Because we can eliminate the contact, right, with people thanks to the automatic reports sent by email and or SMS. Because it has IP67, the device can be easily disinfected, okay, over and over without any problem. So in case of flooding or disinfection, nothing happens with ActiveTrack, right? It's built to last. And the ability to monitor the disinfection of the common surfaces by companies, elevator receptions, doors, handles, contacts. We mentioned this before, and we will see in next slide. Also, I would like to show you this video, a promotional video showing exactly that with ActiveTrack and the tags RFID, it's easy to control the cleaning and receiving the reports on time if the tasks were performed, not performed, and guarantee this way the disinfection of the places. This you can apply in hospitals, in airports. Just think about the public places, right? Train stations, whatever. Normally for cleaning, people, companies are using a paper. After the lady cleans for example, a toilet, she signs the paper, and this way we are sure, because the tags have to be read in certain time, that the disinfection occurs, and the reports are being sent automatically, or even by email or SMS, as I mentioned. This promotional video in Brazil is very interesting. It shows exactly how it works. Okay, and here is the message: your elevator was disinfected. Okay, so, and as I mentioned, because it's IP67, we can even put it inside the disinfectant liquid, and nothing happens. Okay, the translation is not so good, but it helps to understand the point. And another one, this is one of my favorites. It's an implementation with a Brazilian company, EBS Brazil, and the Brazilian company, which is the combination of ActiveTrack and drone. And it's very simple. I mean, the idea is, for example, by pressing the panic button, right, or in case of man down event, the drone receives a command with the GPS position and goes to the place. So just imagine that the monitoring central is receiving an event, panic, okay, and just to make sure that something is happening or not, the drone gets there in 1 or 2 minutes, right? So it's much faster than to send a patrol car. So it was also totally developed in Brazil, implemented, as you can see on the video. Okay, and maybe here you can see, okay, the drone received the command and goes immediately, okay, tracking the geo position received, okay, in real time. So it's very, very interesting, and actually one of my favorites, this one. And we also have about tracking in Brazil, GPS tracker, okay, using ActiveTrack and the software, Brazilian software. So it's like also the combination of ActiveTrack for tracking transportation. So it allows the monitoring of the vehicles, the trucks, right? And it's interesting to see that it's over 200 devices already in place. So, and it gets us with this integration, it's possible to get the displacement reports, the vehicle maintenance control, the crossing points, and even the control of the driver's working hours. So even the customer states that with this system, they control everything, even the fuel consumption, right? So it's also interesting to show that ActiveTrack, it's much more than a device, than the simple device you saw with 4 buttons, right? We can do whatever we want as long as we have the imagination and the know-how, okay, to implement it. I think Brazil is a very good case, and it's so much like that these are the large corporations in Brazil using ActiveTrack, right? So we have Google from USA, DHL from Germany, but they all have operations in Brazil, we just put the country of origin of these corporations, okay? And you can see that none of them requires presentation, maybe except a few Brazilian companies like Banco Safra, just to finish, which is very interesting bank, Israeli bank, actually with headquarters in New York, but they use only ActiveTrack for their organic security. And it's a very interesting case because this Israeli bank, their guards are even trained by Mossad. So they don't receive normal training, they receive military training, and they use ActiveTrack. So it's a very interesting case. Petrobras, it's the oil company in Brazil, it's a giant worldwide, and many more. So from my side, I have finished. I hope you had you found here some interesting ideas. And of course, we are open to questions. Thank you very much for your attention.
Yeah, thank you very much to everyone. Now we're going to stay here for a little longer. If any of you have any question, please use the question panels. They will appear here for us, and we'll be able to answer some of them in real time. And if the question is more specific or only requires your specific use of ActiveTrack device, we can talk about later. So now we are available for your questions.
And I would like to remind you that the webinar presentations, which we offered your attention right now, as well will be shared with all of you who would like to get this. Thank you very much, and we are awaiting your ideas. Just let's gather all the inquiries, all the questions, and let's switch within some minutes.
We have the first question coming in. Do the special applications already have software supporting those functions? All right. I don't know about which special applications the question is focused on, but generally the main part of working with the ActiveTrack device is supported by the ActiveView platform, but as in many examples shown by Igor and Jose, it is really easy to integrate with the EBS solution via the OSM virtual server. So it is really comfortable and really easy for you to establish your own ideas while using the ActiveTrack, and there is really no problem at all with it. And naturally, here at EBS, we are more than happy to help you with development of your design product. All right, waiting for another questions. All right, so I believe that we may leave the webinar open for some more time for you to leave your questions, and then we will be more than happy to answer them. So guys, if you could conclude our meeting today. Jose, Igor.
Yeah, from my side, yes. Of course, we will be happy to answer any questions anytime. Okay, just please email us, and we will get you we'll send you all the required information. Not a problem.
Yeah,
Thank
from
you very
my side,
much.
I would like to encourage for all our clients, our business partners, just really to get to the point, to see what is the tender there in the area, what is the task which is shown by some specific, let's say, solutions, and maybe together with our R&D, we can as well give you a very good answer, because we got not only ActiveTrack solution, but we got as well fantastic smart communicators. We got very nice control panel solutions. So we are the key partner for you for all the advanced technology say ideas, which will help you to be the best in the competitive business of security. So come on, just let's be encouraged by this presentation. Go ahead.
All right. So thank you very much once again. So we're leaving the webinar.
Thank you very much all, and hope to see you soon.
Very nice day.
And evening, in some cases.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a nice day, you.